Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 65 of the Great Pendragon campaign. It's year 514. We are still in the feasts of Arthur and Guinevere's weddings. So we are back up in Kelmyard. King Lodogrance is hosting this. It's Gwen's pop is putting on the big old feast for everybody. We just had the first round of feasts. We had the gifts. We had the tournament. We had the weird quest for the heart, and Gawain coming back all repentant, and now we're going back to the next day's feast. So that is where we're gonna jump in. But how are you doing, Colin? How are you doing, Jim?
Doing good.
It's not
doing
like we it's not like we just had like a 30-minute riveting philosophical conversation about comics and games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly.
I'm just gonna dump it in chat. This is a great essay. Umberto Eco.
Yeah.
Read it.
All right. apropos of nothing. This a link about what the fall of Superman, or just myths in general. The myths in general, and what their Achilles heel is.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I'm doing good. What day of the feast are we on? Is this the
This will be the last day of the feast. This is like fourth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've had a day for the melee and a day for the joust, and then the first round of feasting. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So I've cleared out the cards. You all have retallied your money. Your glory and stuff like that. Money.
Yep.
Too much old school essentials. You have your glory ready to go. Everyone, that was already pre-recorded. So thanks to Colin. I recalled all the cards and shuffled the deck.
Yeah.
So I think we just got to do your appearances and stuff like that again. And see where we're starting.
Yeah. All right.
Do you need to spend the money again, or just re-roll?
No. You re-roll. You got to wear your same. Actually, thinking about it now, I know.
Thinking about it now. No, you're not
no, actually,
2 days in a row. It's going to spend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend extra.
Yeah. You know what? No. Yeah. Exactly. I was like, oh no, of course you wear these. I was like, oh wait, no, you definitely wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like, it's gone from an extravagance to like, how else are we going to spend it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm gonna spend. It's +1 per Libra spent, right?
Indeed.
Unless you create faction.
And this is sort of like
I'll roll fashion first. Yeah.
You have but remember, you also have a thread dealer.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I have a valet.
What's the difference?
The valet dresses you and gets you ready. They're not a tailor.
But they don't tailor the clothes to you. Oh, I'm sorry.
They fit. And
got it.
Tailor's like super expensive. Valet's like a Libra a year.
Yeah.
Fair
They give me a good fashion check, and that's all. Oh, come on.
No.
No. I just know how the clothes should fit the man. I can't make them.
Yeah, they can make, but they can like purchase them and that kind of thing. I assume that's like Bronwyn is going to London for Gorthrin.
Please, I know one miracle. I never asked for more. My miracle is to make you look good, not how to make the clothes.
Yeah, I think Alwina has an outfit that she really likes on Acewin.
Oh,
and put it out for Acewin to wear, and Ethelherd was like, but and kind of phoned it in on that one.
Oh,
same for Gorthrin. Maybe like in Salisbury, we're just like they've been up here in Camelyard the last year, right? We're not even near the center of fashion.
Again,
yeah.
Not only you're not near it, but like again, everyone is buying clothes as well as you, so it's like it's really hard to get the best of the best, right?
All right.
Yeah.
On a slower year, possibly, but
we don't get any for spending on clothes, but you can spend 1 Libra per 1 for jewelry.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna get new jewelry, so my 9 appearance is now a 10. So we're up to a coin flip.
So we're okay. We're off. Yeah. Okay. I was just kind of thinking like we're being off by 1. That makes me feel more like the valet or like travel did you in Gorthrin? That like something got damaged on the way.
Yeah.
So close to a crit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Close.
Hey, Look at that.
Oh yeah. All right.
That spent to lead
Better table.
glory.
All right, you're all on the same table.
Hell yeah.
All right. Enjoy your glory round of gratuity. What's it called? Geniality.
I think Gorthrin still has
Gorthrin-
me
Yeah,
for the glory, so you're gonna go first, right?
indeed.
Yeah. All right. That might be just.
I think you draw 3 cards
Yeah, I have. I
with your
will
4K.
probably hit 8K mark. Not this year, then. Certainly.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
Through 3, but I'm only seeing 2. And one of them is a post.
Well, it's going to be the one that you had from the host. Host calls for a dance. Oh, this is everybody
Yeah.
dancing.
Oh, it's an early dance. I don't have
Of course. Like, this is more than even any other day of the feast. This is absolutely the most revelous day.
Yeah. All right.
Love
Smells
it.
for a dance.
Can you imagine
All
having
right.
imagine having the money to throw a multi-day wedding feast? Damn.
Oh yeah.
Putting up literally everybody that you know.
Right.
It's good to be king.
Good to be king.
I haven't earned any geniality yet, so I'm running on my bear 2 right now for dancing.
It's
Yeah.
round 1 though, right?
It is. So Gorthrin, you would gain 1, so you at least have a
Yeah,
plus 1 to it.
Gorthrin.
Oh.
I haven't had. Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Not even close.
All right, let's see how I do. Oh, it's not like too much, but so close, man.
Failure. Yeah. Okay.
I'll get any just for playing it. All right.
Fumble, and maybe okay. So yeah, not. I think everybody's kind of hungover or hurt from the melee, and I think Arthur probably calls it early. It's like maybe we should have. Oh, hey, wouldn't you know? Hey, the meat's out, everybody. Thank you. Good dancing.
Wafers.
Great.
So
maces for melee was
yeah, everyone's knees are a little
just bashed up.
God, I've got a real difficult choice here because I love all of these.
Oh no.
A test of strength I love because I just love the idea that Aeswin just really likes arm wrestling people. And then the other is a gentlewoman. Aeswin sitting with a noble lady for the feast. That appeals because that feels like something that Aeswin would do. I think Aeswin's a sweetie. And then there is the one that I'm probably going to choose, King of the Bean.
We've had this one.
One of Gareth's first feasts, he was King of the Bean, and I think, yeah, I'm talking to myself. I was leaning towards Gentlewoman because it's got a 2 genealogy bonus, but yeah. King of the Bean, it's the echoes of Gareth, and like it's a family tradition now to be occasionally be the bean.
You remember that one.
You were selected to be the lead character for this feast's disguising.
Yeah, so I get 10 glory plus 3 geniality, and oh no, while I have this, I can only draw cards.
Ooh. That's amazing.
It does mean I can't play another keeper card if it comes up. I am the king of the bean for the whole feast, but not really broken up about that.
Yeah. So what character is Aeswin?
Yeah, I was going to ask. For a wedding.
Yeah. For a wedding. trying to think what.
So this is where it comes from. So normally during a feast, you're delivered a cake, right? And you get a
Mhm,
slice of cake, and in your cake, someone gets the bean in their cake,
mhm.
and whoever gets the bean in their cake becomes you become the thing that people want.
Like a Mardi Gras cake, little
Kinda,
plastic, like a
yeah,
plastic baby Jesus.
yeah,
I don't
pretty
know what those are
much.
called. Okay, that makes sense. That feels very medieval.
Yeah. Um. Gosh. Okay.
A, a
What
goose,
is? Yeah. 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 I think. Yeah.
or like I mean, like I
Like a
mean,
red
I'm
goat.
not sure if swans are considered romantic enough right now, but I like the idea. It's just like a swan or a goose or something like that.
I mean, we got there was no white hart yet, and one of the options is white stag. It could easily come out as a mocking white hart.
I don't hate that
I
idea
don't know if
actually.
that's Ace One style.
Is this like so if we recall last night there was a it was a rather tragic story of Gawain and this white hart and how it returns
Oh yes, that's right.
uh
Never mind.
with the head of it. And so maybe this is sort of like Guinevere slash Merlin's way to make the story lighter than what it was before, kind of
Yep. Yep.
remarket the white heart. And this
Hey,
is
remember
why the
what this was
white
supposed to be about?
yeah. And so the white hart, I think I like that. That's kind of
Yeah.
where I was
White.
going with the swan idea anyways, but yeah.
Mm.
I like that. That works for me. Look at that. I'm at 4
Yeah.
geniality already.
Oh yeah. So the bean king, it comes from the 12th night feast.
Yep.
Well, all right.
Gareth was a boar, right? The pig, the Saxon pig.
Yeah. So,
All right. So we got on left to right.
all right, left row. We got Quidbill. That is a Welsh word I will never be able to pronounce.
It's
What that is?
probably, let's be honest, it's probably pronounced like
Quidbowl.
Friffer or like yeah,
Yeah.
Frithel. Looking
Yeah.
at
Something.
Jed
Another night offers you a
Jed
game. This is a gaming roll.
Jedvel. Jedival.
It looks like Good Bowl to me,
Yeah.
and I know that that's probably nowhere near it, but sounds like a game.
Yeah.
Gossip, roll intrigue, manners, roll courtesy. All right.
Mm.
I don't like the opposed gaming, although I don't think Gorsuch particularly. Gaming isn't really his deal, like hunting is. But I want to get a bit more than manners or gossip.
You want to
Yeah.
say
All right.
manners
I'm
is
gonna go.
you unexpectedly fart. Okay.
Yeah. Man.
Low
Right.
effort.
Yeah, no, yeah, Gorthor now could probably easily pass that. Maybe I don't. I don't want to jinx it, but I don't know that he's going to let it fly at the royal wedding. But he's down for some gaming. That sounds like something to do after a day of getting wailed on with maces.
Yep. Yep.
All right,
Yep.
let's do it. I'll
You know,
do.
the meat with mustard.
Yeah, the
That's
meat
a
with mustard is
classic
coming.
gaming food.
Coming back. Get
Uh,
him. They're now eating pullets, which is
like
the
the
Cornish
the
gaming.
trick the trick to Jedible is you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Exactly.
let's see who you're playing against. Okay, you're not playing. You're playing against someone relatively equal skill to you.
Okay.
7.
All right. Okay. So Gorthrin edges him out just a little bit, or whoever they are. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's aiming.
Ooh, they're from Salisbury. So let me roll. $70. Defid
Mm.
of Deptford.
Good on board.
D20 under 7. Oh, they beat you.
Ooh, got him.
So you don't fail. You don't play poorly.
Yeah, he doesn't
but
lose
win.
anything on it, doesn't look like.
yeah, and David is relatively spiritual. He has a super high hospitality, so he will never rub it in.
Oh well, that's, I mean, I'll do it for him. God, what a fucking nightmare of a show you know.
Buddy, look, we're gonna have. Look, I was really lucky. It's nothing about you, man. Like you can't play against the cards like this. Let's assume it's cards.
Another round. I'll keep playing.
Yeah. Look, sometimes yeah, and so he's like, listen, let's just play again and be fine. And yeah, so he's gonna be super happy with you. And he's like, honestly, the fact that you're able to take this loss with such grace is exactly why I want to play with you again. And
excellent. Another round. Wooden wisdom is what it is. I'm looking up in the Book of Feasts, and it translates as wooden wisdom. But it doesn't tell you how it actually sort of plays. All right. So I get a geniality from the card.
Oh,
itself,
it's
nothing else.
It's kind of like chess.
Ooh.
It's pronounced Fidchel, which obviously it's pronounced Fidchel. Obviously,
right.
Looking at it, just like I'm looking.
Understand?
Yeah, it's pronounced Fidchel. It's Irish, or in Welsh it's pronounced Gwydjul. Yeah, Gwydjul. It's the same thing. It's a Celtic board game.
Sure.
It looks something like a cross between chess and Go. It's played on an 8x8 square.
It's probably got the expansion pack. Scorthorn doesn't have.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a chance.
Oh yeah. No, it's literally fucking Talisman, dude, and he's got like 3 expansions. It's Talisman, but it's like set up to be like Gilgamesh.
Right. Are those the new cards? I haven't seen those yet.
Oh yeah. I got these from a Byzantine trader. They're doing pretty well right now.
So I've got 3 interesting ones again.
Yeah. Oh, you got the Marduk expansion? Damn, dude. Look at this Tiamat sculpture. I didn't know they could carve these things as well. Look at that. Yeah, the Kickstarter was incredible.
Bringing it in. Arthur's really bringing it in.
Yeah.
Golden age.
It's truly a golden age.
All right. So I've got a monk wants to join my retinue.
Ooh.
Well dressed, which I'm skipping. Now we've established I'm not well dressed.
Yeah.
Here's the one I'm interested in. Merrily did he run?
You're king of the bean, so getting the Sorry.
Getting mocked a little bit. I think that's very much in vogue with what's happening right now. Aceman's wearing this big like stag horns.
Yeah,
and oh god, and the jester comes over as like, are those stag horns or cuckold horns? Like we all know that your lady of such beauty has clearly poor eyesight.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
Kill Bill music starts playing and taking deep breaths.
So it's modest versus proud. Success on modest.
Oh,
success on proud, but modest wins.
Yes, modest is a little higher.
A little higher, yeah. So I
compose.
Yeah, which is 1.
So I think like obviously this is like a flight, or like it's like part of like a rhyme thing. So you also have to like you turn it back around. I think is why it's compose, right?
Yeah,
that's sort of the idea.
That makes sense. I actually want to touch. I want to tap my love of family passion.
Absolutely.
Like
you dig deep.
I'm the wife. I'm the wife guy. Like that we've established.
Oh yeah.
So that's
plus 10.
That's a
plus 10 to the compose.
Which now is an 11.
Right. And I think doesn't something happen though if you fail a roll when you're impassioned?
Yeah, I'll get melancholic, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna double check real quick.
Yeah, which is going to be
if I
you
get
exhausted.
geniality.
Yeah, and it coming out after. Yeah.
My geniality bonus is that.
I think you should.
Okay, so
Okay, if
so
anything,
I
it's
actually
yeah.
actually get +5 in addition.
I would rule it. It would as well, simply because your geniality is how you behave at a feast, and given the circumstances of you being king of the bean or queen of the bean, I guess. Like I feel like your compose should be part of the social graces of.
Okay, so 10 for the passion, 5 for my geniality accrued so far.
Yeah.
1 for the actual skill.
Winterborn gunnets are furries.
Oh, I rolled the wrong one.
Oh God.
I rolled the wrong one.
You did roll that is the incorrect.
Yeah, that is the incorrect one.
No.
Oh, I still don't. All right. Fuck. Of course I would.
It comes off hard. So, yeah, so it comes out harsher than what you intended.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You do not talk bad about, I don't pretend to know exactly what it is that you said, but it's probably something to the effect of like, you can knock on me all you want, but fucking leave my wife out of it. I swear to God, I will fucking bury you.
Yeah.
Or
it's just like entirely disproportionate. It's
yeah.
Like, oh yeah. Yeah. Your wife's eyesight might not be so good because you're the ugly one in the relationship. Is like, yeah, well, I fucked your mom. What?
Oh yeah. Okay, dude.
Okay, yeah, I'm just looking up the passion effect on failing. So I didn't fail the passion, but I did fail the skill associated.
So the thing that I think I remember is that it's actually shock, and I think you take aging. If I recall correctly.
I'm gonna look it up.
I think it's called shock.
Okay.
And I think you have to immediately test aging.
All right. I'll find it.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
Passions. Using passions. There we go.
Control F. Shock. Suffer shock from a failed passion result. No, this important table is used when a character receives a major mortal wound, suffers shock from a failed passion result. So yeah, so this shock, that's where it comes from the aging table 5.2.
Yeah. Okay, immediately roll on aging. Cool.
Very normal.
D6, right?
2d6 if I recall. It's 2d6. A 5 is one attribute affected, so you roll a d6. See what attribute. 2, your dexterity.
All right. Not the worst.
Yeah. Wow.
Man, that fucking sucked.
Yeah. Loss of app is commonly ascribed. Loss of dex is commonly referred to as the palsy, while loss of con is attributed to consumption. Okay. Well, those seem antiquated. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
You are shocked. And I think it's more that you're shocked at yourself, not the insult, right? Like introspectively, you're shocked that like you lashed out so quickly with such power.
Mm-hmm.
Or
because I passed modesty, right? Is the thing. So right. I didn't react out of ego.
Oh, okay.
And I was inspired by love of family. I think
that's true.
I think Acewin kind of has this moment of like
fear?
Yeah, like I'm modest about it outwardly, but I'm actually very insecure about it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no. Thanks for workshopping that with me. That's really good. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, it's a fear of it's this insecurity of your love.
Mm-hmm.
can I clear these 3 cards or yeah, because these 5 cards are
Yeah.
and these 2 as well.
Yes, I'm doing.
One more.
Back.
Yeah,
This is our last round.
this would be the last round. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I don't know that this does much for me, but this is a lady in you. It is a host card. An important lady spends time conversing with Gorthrin. You interact with the lady at the start of each round. You can keep this card or discard it. And if I keep it, to get +1 geniality. And at the end, I may petition the host. Wish to court the lady, if I wish. I'm curious as to who the lady is that Gorthrin is asked to sort of attend to and spend time with this last round.
The first thing I thought of would be it's not Guinevere, like just again, but I think it's Ygraine. I think Arthur's mom.
Right? Yeah. All right. That would. Yeah. Listen, Gorthrin lost his mom at a young age. He's got happy to spend time around.
So like,
Queen of Grain.
yeah. So like, Loda Grant like comes over. It's like Gorthrin, my boy. Listen, the Queen Ygraine has been talking you up, and listen, I would you mind just hanging out with her for a little bit?
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, attaboy, attaboy.
Pleasant company.
How's that night searching coming along?
Just great. Wonderful.
That's good, because I'm about to present my gift in a little bit, and I'm still find those last names. Okay.
Of course. Gorthrin's like, I didn't realize the deadline was so soon.
Yeah, he didn't really tell you the deadline. Now all of a sudden you realize that it's due today.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it sort of dawns on you that he's not only presenting the table, but also going to be presenting all of the names of the knights that are going along with it.
I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, Colin, you missed it. He got a lady in you, where an important lady ends up talking to him and stuff like that. So I figured it'd be the Lady Ygraine. All right, so you got damaged goods, piece of jewelry, snags on a hanging passing cloak. You got a secret dish, a platter of your favorite food is served nearby.
Yeah, I think
awkward conversation.
I think a secret dish. I think it's some pasties.
Always with
classic.
The pasties.
Yeah, a Chalderton specialty that has made its way south to Ghana. I think it's starting to become kind of like a born dish. It's like we got the river pasties.
Something about
pasties.
The Borneo pasties. They're
so I like that. So
you gotta put your hands in the mud, my lord.
I test Pat the
temperate versus indulgent.
Temperate versus indulgent. All right, indulgent fails.
You
so
stuff your face.
I have it. Oh shit! I forgot.
Yeah, sure. So you
turn.
This is the last round of the feast. So like you just stuffing your face here is sort of like a coping mechanism from the shock and stuff from the rest of the night. So you seek out your comfort food.
Well, so I passed temperate. So I asked that the plater is brought over and I like feed everyone around me. So Gorthrin also.
Oh, forgive me. I thought you passed indulgent but it was higher. Oh, no. My bad. I misread it.
So Gorthrin also gets 1 geniality.
Oh. And a check.
We don't have an order yet, but
yeah.
If we did. But I think this is like it's one of those like Gorthrin, gather the boys. We're cracking a cold one together.
Stupid.
Cold eel pasties. Eating the eel pasties with the boys. I'm surprised Mallory didn't write that down.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Then at the conclusion of the third round, King Lodogrants asks the hall to be sort of cleared as he gets some help, bringing in a great round table to present to Arthur. He proclaims that this table once belonged to Uther's father, or Arthur's father, Uther, and that he was so inspired by Arthur's imaginations of chivalry that he has redone this once square table in a circle, so that Arthur may be together and be brought forward the greatest knights of the realm to advise him at all times. And that's when he begins to be like, I don't have all of the names, but I have 100 I would like to put forward. Right, I have 80, and Merlin's like, I have 20, and so the round table, the Knights of the Round Table, is inaugurated at this feast. One of the first orders of knights, and this is where sort of Arthur's like, he thanks the king, not just for his generous hospitality, for his extremely generous gift. He loves what he did to the table, and that he espouses on the symbolism of the gesture, and that he firmly believes that this will bring forward a new, greater Britain, one where we come and meet eye to eye together, and that we are more equals. We are brotherly, right? There's a camaraderie to it that once where only order stood. Love shall be there as well. And then he looks over to his wife and says, and there's much to be done for our spouses as well. And he leaves it open to Guinevere to sort of like take over the speech. And Guinevere announces sort of how she will be leading sort of what a new age of what being a steward could mean, and working as a partner with Arthur. And that's sort of like kind of like a reform kind of thing. And there's much rejoicing.
Absolutely. Are the names being put forward now, or is it just like they're saying like, oh, they have names? Or
there's names. I'm not gonna go through like the 100 or so.
Right. Sure.
The obvious ones are on there: Ulfius, Brastius, Pellinor. A couple your names aren't listed, and then some people with less glory than you are announced and been like, who like announce themselves to Arthur, or maybe like to Lodogrants or somebody in earshot of you, being like, hey, it was probably a mistake, but I didn't get an invite, and they're like, no, and so you not to ask or anything like that about what.
No, I mean,
yeah.
King Lodogrants would have let us know when he asked us for.
Yeah.
I mean, the only ones that Gorthron would add, like the victors of the tournament, which I'm assuming are either already there, been announced or whatever. But,
King Pellinor and basically all like 13 of Pellinor's kids are all going to be on here. So probably the big shocker, maybe to you all, of a night that makes the round table, Lord Rofus.
Interesting. That is a shocker.
And he is elated.
Sure.
He knew it. I mean, he says he had a vision of it after nearly being killed by that painting in church, that great things would come my way, and I cannot wait to serve my king.
Well, I mean, he's as the Earl, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But as a person, he doesn't. We've never seen him like live up to any ideals or anything like that, right? Like he's not particularly
No, absolutely not. No. Nope. No, he's rather self-aggrandizing.
Sure. Anyone from the defeated that ended up on the table?
Yeah.
Like any Lothian knights or
Yeah, like I all of Lot's kids, so all three of them, Gawain,
Okay.
Gareth, and Gartrude. I forgot the third one, the middle one.
About Prince Kenrick of Wessex.
Yes, like Cornwall, Wessex, they all make it as well.
Okay.
Pretty much all of the dads and their kids of the prominent spots of England make it. Carlian in for sure. Like everybody.
Prince Mark. All that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, speaking of Prince Mark, his dad, I don't think I mentioned it, but his dad is not at the feast. He is not doing well. Idris.
King Idris. He's the one who ransomed us.
Correct. He expressed tremendous remorse not being able to make it, but he says he's not doing too well.
Oh my god, I've been muted this whole time.
You've
Awesome.
been.
It's fine. All my biting wit totally passed by. Yeah, I was gonna say in Rufus's defense for being brought onto the round table, he has the perseverance of a badger when he is digging in someone's butt, just brown nosing as hard as he can. I mean, it's a real.
I'm sure he's laid the foundation. Yeah.
Real tenacious vermin energy.
Well, I mean, he's going to be found out eventually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does he have kids yet?
Yeah.
As a bastard who was Gorthrin's squire for a while.
He had a bastard. Yeah. Well, a couple. He had a bastard, and then he also had Nimue last year.
Nimue. Okay. So in terms of heirs for Salisbury,
yeah,
we're looking good.
Yeah, there's one and a bastard.
Heir and a spare. Yeah. All right. Aceman's gonna let that one go. Just try not to think about it.
Yeah. All right.
Is Idris also the one who fucked over Gareth with the spoils when he rode out to fight during the anarchy?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who hired you all to help take the castle. Yep.
Yeah,
that's Idris. Yeah,
Idris. No love. Winterborn Gunnet does not. They got no real love there.
No.
That's
no.
So.
Nope.
All right. So, what is like? Do we just sort of like party into the night, or is there a anything that we have to do tomorrow? Like, I feel like there's a battle I'm missing, forgetting about.
No.
The tournament.
No, we had the tournament. Like no. In fact, you just kind of party to the evening. It's sort of just this is sort of the last great night you all can just kind of enjoy together. If anything, that one of the besides everyone being so happy for Arthur to finally take up the duty and like, you know, he's finally marrying somebody and there's going to be stability. You know, it's going to be like any can't wait for the next like week or so, and then we're absolutely going to hear about the next the next child that England and Britain is secure. That everyone's just kind of elated about the safety and security of the land, with a lot a lot of the rebellion that Arthur like adventured for is squashed now, right? Like Lot's dead, and with them the resistance back is broken. So like that's gone. So like his adventuring days are kind of over. Any sort of doubts about his lineage and stuff like that are all been assuaged. Right, he is by and large he is Uther's son, yeah, and no one stands to argue the opposite.
We're slowly on the spectrum of boy to king. We're starting to veer more towards king finally. It's the next lasers and feelings hack. Yeah,
no, it's boys to king. The R&B.
Yeah. Someone talk to John Harper. We'll get
Yeah.
Leafs and Feelings at Boys and Kings.
I think that this topic, like Arthur, the resistance to Arthur's reign and like Arthur's adventuring days behind him, like that might only occur to Gorthron when he's talking to the Queen Widow, and like we're slowly realizing, like, oh, well, we're not going to march next year,
Oh.
then,
Yeah.
or we're not, and like just sort of like this. Wait a
Yeah.
minute, I was down for you.
Oh man, I have an
You know,
extra I have an extra bit of context. Sorry, that card should have given you, and why you're hanging out with your grain is that your grain spot is asked to be taken over by King Pellinor, and that Merlin, you don't hear it, but like Merlin offers some sort of like kind of cautionary thing to Arthur, being like, you don't want to give up that spot, dude. Like that's kind of like a really honored spot. And he's like, no. King Pellinor brought back that White Hart just with everyone else. Like he's a cool guy. He's like he killed King Lot. He comes up here. He's a cool dude. And everyone's like, oh, okay. Anyways, so like your grain gets kind of kicked down to bumped down to talk to you all. So yeah, like while that's happening, and yeah, your grain's like kind of surprised more than anything. Still kind of a little bit in shock that especially after her deal broke down, you know, the idea that there was going to be another, like, she admits to you that she doesn't know if Arthur knew about that deal or not.
The other heir,
the brokered piece.
Wondering what that heir's up to these days.
He's on the main continent.
Yeah.
He's
I'd forgotten about it, honestly.
He's probably kicking ass against Rome right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that was back in, what, 507?
Yeah, he's with what's that guy? I keep forgetting that guy's name. He's the king that keeps coming up. Claudius. Yeah.
Claudius. Okay.
Clovis, Claudius,
Claudius. Yeah.
One of them.
All of them. So, yeah. So right now, no, she tells you to get ready and brace for quiet years to come.
That sounds great.
Sounds terrible.
Ace and I love that because like his Acewin has been fighting to like take the place of her father, and now it's like, oh, so I'm gonna have the opportunity to really build Winterborn Gunnet up into something. Like I won't need to go off and miss my wife every fucking night. And Gorthron's just like, yeah, and not fight. Like what
you're talking about? Yeah.
So
imagine what will we do? Sit at home?
Just go through.
Perhaps I should travel to the continent. See what the world has to offer now that things are safe here.
I think things really that bad at home.
Not at all. It's just very quiet. A lot of things to do.
I think what your grain will mention to is because she's probably like hanging out while you all are talking as well. Would say something like, "Well, it's not like there'll be peace for years to come. There's still the Saxons to deal with."
Ah, yes.
But as long as they keep fighting each other, there's no Brett Walda to counter our Arthur.
Certainly. Yes. Well, there's also Ireland, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more in the future. I'll keep my sword sharp.
After Rian and after you slew the Giant Kings, Ireland will be squabbling for years to come. Yeah. So basically, right now, Arthur is sort of like living the strongest life right now. His enemies have been all defeated, and they're all been kicked back to their corners of the realms and have to regroup and recover. The Saxons continue to fight one another. So yeah, you are awarded peace times.
Love it.
Well, very good.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Let's do so in the fall, Chalderton and Gunnet, both of you have to deal with raids.
Right. Not so boring after all.
Saxon
I
raids.
was about to say.
Oh yeah,
Saxon Raid's classic.
classic.
Classic kind of raid.
These
Oh,
guys
this is
just
when you were raiding.
Friday
You
night.
were raided. All right. So roll siege, valorous, and sword.
My
Sieges.
siege is in 5. What?
It should be 5 plus your defensive value, if it is.
I thought we were doing it as a function of battle or something.
Yeah, the base value was like 10 minus your...
plus my defensive value. Okay,
Yeah.
and I've got
Sorry.
What's the DV? I had that written
No,
down.
that's not right. That
Let's
should
say-
siege should have been a failure.
Yeah.
DV is Tower
Okay.
of Gareth. I didn't write it down. Got the tower. I've got the moat. I think that's it.
It should be, I think yours is 7.
7. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, all right. So there's siege. No bueno.
Yeah.
Battle.
Successes, these are
Success.
these are checks for you if you pass these. No, it was valor and sword, not battle.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Siege, sword, and valor.
Okay. Check
All right.
valor. A fumbled sword.
Oh, okay. Roll a d4.
Is this me taking a wound?
This is the type of fumble.
Fuck.
That is a major failure. Where you're gonna take a point of HP damage. Furthermore, let's see here. You got 1 success out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, you hold off your manor with significant losses. So you're also going to take 3d6 HP damage, ignoring armor. So that additional point of damage will be added to this. Oh, that's okay. That's not enough to incur a major wound or anything. That's really what this is about. And then furthermore, you're going to roll a 2d6 and take highest. And that is the misfortune mod. So a 5.
That could have been real bad.
And then lastly, a property destruction, which is a d20 minus your, I believe it's either your love or hate. Doesn't
Love. My concern commoners is 12.
If manor has, okay. Oh no, subtract your defensive value from it. So roll a d20
Right,
and
so
subtract. Yeah,
0.
perfect. All right, no permanent damage to any structures.
That's
in the
good.
raid. Yeah, but you are taking an additional 5, so I need to your misfortunes this year. Not a biggie.
Yep. You know what? I imagine this is like a real moment of like lax vigilance for Acewin. The siege tells me that like we weren't prepared. Maybe the palisade I just left it open, right? I never enforced. I never made sure that it was always closed at night or something. And as a result, had to like rush into combat personally and like
got hurt
with my men at arms and stuff, and that was costly. Even though it was valorous, that was rough.
Yeah.
And you got, and Gorthrin, you got 3 successes.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. You held with minor losses. You did not personally get hurt. You did not risk any property damage, but just roll a d6 and add 1 to it. That's your misfortune for the year.
Wait, 2 out of... I see 3 successes.
That should be a 10, not a 15 for siege.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So minimum. So literally 2.
I'm back. I'm not finished yet.
Okay.
In the house, Carl's next time.
Yeah. All right. So the Saxons are driven out of the Bourne. And then I believe we can go to the rest of the winter phase.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll wrap up
Was there
514.
looking through the last year? Cause
There was conflict. Oh, nope. I have one more event. Sorry. Your Acewin, your armor is beginning to degrade by 1 armor point. So you need a new set of armor.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's 2 Libram.
Two Libram.
Your armor
Alright.
rusts.
Okay, I'll pay 2 Libram out of pocket.
Yeah.
This is all to me telling me that Acewin has let down her guard way too quickly.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's do some spreadsheets. So Jim, let's hang out with you for a little bit as we do Chalderton's. We're calculating Chalderton's weather and misfortune. I have your calamity and conflict done, which is 2 a pop. You're currently sitting at a weather total of 15, but we need to measure your justice. So let's go ahead and roll up a justice event for you.
Good.
A farmer versus a passionate peddler over petty theft. Oh, petty theft about a horse.
Yeah.
Chalderton and those peddlers.
Yeah. Oh, they're back.
Mm-hmm.
Passionate as well.
Same one.
Oh, boy.
Same one.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they crit with a 24. All right.
All right. Just versus arbitrary?
Yeah, you better crit your just, or they're gonna win this one.
No. I mean, how do they win against him? Or it's more that they convince Gorthrin of their case.
Yeah, exactly. So what happens here is they crit against you. You didn't fumble, so they just end up succeeding.
Yeah.
So because all right, and you just failed. So increase hatred of landlord by 1.
That's fine.
So either like the farmers didn't listen to you. Yeah, exactly. Just whatever happened here is that it has increased the sort of general disposition against you.
Yeah. Gorthrin's gone hit the other direction of like, oh, you're not from around here? That's great. These people around here are terrible.
Yeah. Oh, you think I'm terrible? I'll show him terrible.
Yeah. Pulling. All right, so his hatred is.
If he thought my leaks were tiny last year, my lord, he's going to see what a small leak is. Toiling through the field. All right. So there's justice event, and then now you test your concern for commoners, which is your concern minus hatred, which I think is still 0 for you, right? Or is it?
Yeah, his concern is 0.
So just don't fumble.
Yeah. Is it still minus the hatred?
Yeah, it's concern minus hatred.
Yeah. Minus hatred.
Oh yeah,
and that is added to concern commoners.
Yeah, which is 0. So it's just, I didn't know if it was like.
Okay, good.
What that means.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So if you fumbled, it would increase the misfortune, but by just a simple fail just means that there's no increase this year for, to the year. So that means your steward's gonna be rolling against a 15 this year. I'll roll the weather. Oh, I fail.
Nice.
And a pass.
Good old Speederin.
Hell yeah. I believe that lets you live richly.
Yeah, no industry, but I will live richly.
Okay. No problem. Should be 20. All right, yep. So it'll cost you nothing to live richly this year. Awesome. All right, let's do gun it. Gun it. Justice event.
Yeah.
Go justice. Ooh, we got a widow and a convincing tradesman. All right, so let's see what the tradesman's got. They also got a mighty fine skill. Okay. So that's a D20. They have a 22 in convincing. So that's a D20 plus 2. All right, can you beat a 13?
I'm considering tapping my hospitality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think considering it's a tradesman, I think I would allow it.
This is because hospitality is not just about like receiving guests, but knowing what a bad guest is when you meet one.
Yeah, and they definitely are.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try hospitality.
You
And the reason I'm
yeah.
tapping this is this is all part of, I think I'm really getting a sense that Aeswyn has this incredible drive to fill Gareth's shoes, but she kind of doesn't know the ropes yet. So she's pouring herself into it, hoping that her energy and zeal overcome a lack of experience.
Been there before.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh, -5.
Yeah.
So even more nervous. Oh God. And you beef it. Oh God. Increase hatred of landlord by 2.
Wow. Okay. That's not bad. It turns it into a wash, thankfully.
You try so hard. Oh my God, that you do the opposite. It has the opposite effect. That people just think of like you are. Is it just like you're not very like a good leader here? Like you're too likable and like you're just too soft? Like what is a fumble of a just when it comes to justice here? Right? Like what is it when dealing with these complaints?
You know what? I think this is the tradesman is not acting in great faith.
No. Absolutely not. It's about
right.
This is your village's plow. You know it's their village's plow.
The tradesman is legally in the right though. And so I think this is an instance where Aeswyn was like fuck hospitality. This guy's an asshole. Like I don't want to deal with this. So like rule against him. And it's like, oh, that wasn't exactly the right call. And it was very clearly motivated by something personal and not the merits of justice. Yep. And it's that like kind of snap, like I'm a little overwhelmed at this moment. Decision. Thankfully, that just means that my love and hatred of landlord are equal now.
All right, that means roll a d20 and just hopefully you don't get a 20.
Well, my concern of commoners is 12.
Oh, I thought there was 0. Okay. So you just failed.
Still failed.
Nothing. No extra bonus. That's fine. All this is just for whether or not you get a bonus.
Yep.
All right. You're rolling against a 15 as well.
Entourage, Gwern. Who's Gwern? It's going to be a rough day. Yeah. Gwern's got this shit.
Gwern steps in and proves why he gets paid the big bucks. All right, so despite a pass with a crit, you're also able to live richly. Would you like to live richly or normal?
Richly. Predictably, Elwina is not spending her time well.
Oh,
just no industry. This woman. My daughter
but the flowers were in bloom. How am I supposed to knit or do anything when the flowers are smelling so lovely? I couldn't just nap beneath the great trees by the riverside.
And Ace was like, "Of course, nap, please. I don't want your delicate skin to be so much as marred by this harsh summer sun." There's a sound of a nearby peasant just vomiting.
Yeah.
All right. Your improvement expenses, just like last year for Cholderton, is 5.
Let me double check that.
And no, that's Cholderton. Gunnet, yours is 4.
1, 2. That's not right.
2. The last 5 years have been 4 for you, so I assume this is also 4. I don't think you've built anything in the meantime.
Oh no, that is correct.
You just have to roll a d2 to see whether or not you get 3. Nope, you get 3 income this year. Your other manors produce you 3 income. How much random money have you gotten so far?
I have
at least 80 written down.
I have 800 owed.
Yeah.
And that's not liquid. And then 73 after this year's expenses. So that's how much cash in hand I have. Cash in
Starting next year, your improvement expenses will go to 5, but you also make an additional income because technically you're getting a free built of the toll again.
Right. Yeah, I was waiting for that to kick in.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got permission this year, so it'll come in next year.
Oh.
All right. Expenses obviously it was the 2 for. Then you also have a feast.
Yes, but I paid that out of.
Yeah, you paid it out of pockets. Yeah. Okay. 800. All right, I think you're done. It looks like besides the 800, you're sitting at starting the year at 152.
I'm trying to spend money.
Yeah, Jim. Okay, Jim, you're getting 511. Your miscellaneous income, I think, is about the same, except you didn't spend anything.
Yeah, I didn't. I was looking to see if
besides the money you spent on the fashion.
Yeah, my spending this year was 14.
Amazing.
That's with the wedding gift and the fashion.
Yeah. How much money did you get from the?
I got 80 coming to me this year from the knight's ransom.
Right, you're getting 80 from that, from the one night that you captured. But I'm also wondering how much was the gift again that you got last week? 6 Libram. You know offhand?
He asked for something other than money. Honestly, I didn't write it down, but it's something like, it's like a position of honor. From
right. You grain. That's right. Guinevere's like second in honor or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can write to Gwen whenever you want. Like if Guinevere had a Discord channel, you got a mod status.
You can get a mod status, nice.
So pretty cool.
And Gorthrin is literate. So.
Yeah.
Step up from
all right. Father. It's looking good to me. This should have been rated. And this one was also rated. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. Then it looks like we're cleared for.
Didn't do family member survival or anything.
Right. We got to do all of the rest of the skill checks and all that shit.
Yeah.
Let's do winter. I kind of jumped the gun and immediately went to economics.
Where's experience? I got a bunch. Okay, modest doesn't change. Spiritual goes up by 1. Valorous doesn't change. Hunting goes up by 1. And that's it for me.
That's really good. I'm gonna redo all my trait and passion.
Yeah, you had some unlucky rolls, and I don't think you got any crits in the fighting in the tournaments or anything.
No, he didn't get any in the fighting, but he did get him. Got a sword check, but otherwise, let's see. Chase goes up, lost full.
Don't you have energetic and the stuff from the rest of your auto checks from the things you own, like spiritual? Colin.
I checked spiritual already.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry. Right. You're right. The second one. You're right. No, but energetic
right.
though.
Yeah, the bees.
Sorry. The bees.
Always forget the bees. I'm pretty energetic already. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, proud goes up.
That's a religious one. Please stays.
Your chase advanced?
His chase advanced, but I offset it last year because of because I knew I had a check.
Oh yeah.
I was like, where it was, I was going to increase. I'll just like offset it because he had that. Valorous stays, nevertheless stays at 20. Yeah, proud is one of his religious virtues.
That's a win.
Courtesy. Courtesy does not. Our little wording.
I think I'm 5 away from the chivalry bonus.
Hot damn.
Nice.
I'm at 80 something, right? And it's 96 is the
96, yeah.
Yeah, 5 stats at 16, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Or 6 stats.
I've
6
got-
stats at 16.
Yeah, I've got a bunch that are hovering at 13 right now. Almost, I've got 2 16s on the list, and the rest are like all 13.
Yeah.
Definitely doable.
Hell yeah.
Within a lifetime.
Yeah, just choose well. Oh man, those are unlucky rolls this year for advancement.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I only got, let's see. This fashion went up.
Passion
Yeah,
and pride.
Pride,
That's
yeah.
it.
Mm.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
All right. We have aging, which none of you are affected by.
Nope.
So then we go to household member survival.
Survival.
So this is all of
Kids.
your kids and retinue people that I don't roll for. The last few times I've been doing my prep, some of, like the ones that get a 1 have been your retinue, and I'm like, nope. Well, they already rolled for them. Get out of here. I've been very, very fortunate.
Go ahead. Say, where's
Except
his
for the
retinue has
thing.
gotten?
Yeah. I can't believe that the Earl almost died again. Whoever owns that
this is
slot
a
of
great
the
one.
Earl has just always been that is just a literal Damocles. Only this time it was a painting of a sword rather than an actual one.
And Worm.
Mm.
Final one is my mother. Parent, I guess. Yep. All right. So all survived.
Safe. Yep, no ones. We did economic circumstances already, so that's done. Then we go to the most intense part, the stable rolls.
Stable rolls. What are our ending treasuries? Or what's Cholderton's?
Sure. Cholderton ends the year at 171. So you're starting 515 at 171 Libram. But you're also owed.
Yeah, we're
fair
still
share.
owed the fifth of a king's ransom.
Yep. You'll talk to Rolf.
I'm just gonna spend like it's just like you can spend like on upgrading your tapestries and silverware and
yeah, conspicuous.
like just conspicuous. I'm gonna go the what is it, 10 for
10's for 100, yeah. It's 1 for 10. So
yeah, 1 for 10. He'll spend the max.
I'm also gonna do that, I think.
Sure. Normally we say like, oh, we could do a feast, but we could just it can also just be spent in the expeditious use of time of just spending it.
Yeah, it's just improving the manor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's honestly almost every year I'm going to try and do that because I have the money for it and like let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get that glory.
It's an extra 100 G's.
Yeah. And that's very much what this looks like, right? It's very much like, hey, you know, it's new times. I know you just got raided, but it's okay. Your thatch roof got a bit on fire, but listen, I got clay now. We're gonna like put some clay on it too.
What a great way to show off to the Saxons too. It's just like, listen, you guys could have like we're sitting there for the taking. You know?
All right. Listen, Arthur was telling me what the Franks are doing. They put asbestos in their roofs so they don't catch fire. It's a win-win-win. So there you go.
Yeah.
I know that the Saxon raiders destroyed most of your homes and burned down your goats. But check out these new hoes I bought. Oh my lord, that surely does put some hope in my heart.
Nope.
We was worried that you weren't going to spend nothing on yourself just because we're all dirty and in constant pain.
No. I should not worry about that. Stable rolls.
Oh, this is a fine. Next year, my squire ages out.
New squires.
Yeah. They're 20 years old, so next year they will likely get.
Yeah. 6. Okay, so that's not yet. Good. 507. I think this one. Yeah. Okay. So my courser. No, wait, that's 2. We're still looking for just ones, right?
Yeah, just ones.
That's in my, so that 3 is at
And
minus
it's
1. So
it's only that's very close. Yeah.
Same for that one. This one, that's at minus 7. So still my 502.
Something else. To keep in mind, you're also living richly for the next year, so like your survival rolls and stuff like that all get that benefit.
Yeah.
All right, for next year. Those are the only ones.
Yeah.
Those are all my of age horses.
Good. I believe. Yeah, I believe you all would hear it because Lord Rofus would tell you, but like apparently being a knight of the round table, Arthur gives you a pretty stipend, and basically you're required to live richly.
Interesting.
Can't stop us from doing it otherwise.
So basically the blue backed with the 3 kings sponsorship banners are all over right. Excalibur fuel mead advertisements.
Yep. Shadow Raid Legends.
Yeah. This feast is brought to you by your friends. Shadow Feast Legends. Yep. All right. We have family roles, childbirths. Do we want to do any childbirths this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
One.
Yeah. No.
Nope.
Nope. No baby.
No baby.
No.
Baby,
How
no
is
baby,
Babby
baby.
mad?
I got Alwyn and I got Archibald. Good.
All right.
Acewin and Elwina and Alwyn and Archibald. It's the A family right now.
Right.
That's all you need.
No child.
All right. Following that is household member improvement, followed by training and practice, and calculating glory and bonuses.
The only one I check for to see if Gwern somehow manages to do the impossible, and
It's like roll a d20, right? Is that how good Gwern is? Is he at the d20?
Yeah, his stewardship is 19 and has been since he was hired. Like, but he's got to be old by now, right? Because like he's not old. He'd probably be in his 50s.
Yeah, looking at him, Gwern, worn glasses, wire physique, Steward Gareth, he's 55.
55, yeah. Okay. It's not quite at that threshold where it's going to affect the survivor rolls yet, but
correct.
Reliable old Gwern.
He's considered an elder.
Whatever happened to the bard?
Morgan?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Would you have kept Morgan on, or after Garrett's story?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
And if that costs money, like that's not a problem. But I think unlike Gareth, Acewin has been kind of avoiding the bard because again, she has some insecurity. She doesn't know if she's doing a good job. I think if she's like worth this attention.
Then I think maybe the question was maybe like you gave Morgan like a year off or something like that to like go back to London, enjoy your family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we'll meet up after the feast or whatever. And then
Morgan
was probably Morgan had to have been at the wedding.
You know what? Sent Morgan off to make a copy. Spent the entire year making literally a second book, so we can have one to store and then one to display.
Yeah, see, perfect. That's exactly what
and that's probably the conspicuous spending. Like a new illuminated manuscript of the Chronicle of Gareth.
Oh, I love it.
Ooh, yeah.
The Winterborn sagas. I love it.
The Oath of Chalk.
by Morgan R.R. Martin.
Oh, I'm never fucking getting this book, huh?
No.
Oh, I wished I'd written it earlier.
All right. All right. Training in practice for development, skills, attribute points.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's so
What do I
funny.
get?
It's so funny because now, like early on, you can spend it on whatever you want. You don't have to spend it on attributes.
No.
Yeah.
I kind of want the con 20. Just be the toughest fucking knight.
Yeah.
I mean, that means you have to take 20 damage out of armor.
Yeah.
Before you're like considered.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. And like I wanted to boost my sword for like 2 years now because it's only 16.
Yeah.
And I think Acewin absolutely feels the pressure to be as good a swordsman as the bright sword of Salisbury who dueled for the
You fucking saved Salisbury twice. Yeah, right?
Yeah. So like, and I think, God, oh no, I'm like getting such a good picture of Acewin now because she sees it as her obligation to be like as good a fighter as Gareth, but the personality that comes through is like her version of being a good fighter is being able to take any hit and like keep going.
Remain.
Right. Yeah. Like Gareth was about winning in a way that Acewin just totally doesn't think about. She thinks that
that's wait.
Like
I have to
staying.
I have to interrupt you because no, that's what Acewin thinks of upon seeing Gareth. But after playing Gareth, we know that Gareth also just stuck around and was more scar tissue than person, right?
Yeah.
So weirdly, she is also coming to the right conclusion, but did all the wrong work to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, my father was all about like the deft stroke, the good riposte, the like skillful turn. He was this political animal and this incredible warrior and a battlefield commander. I know how to take a punch though. Yeah, okay, I'm boosting con 20. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Nice. Also should help your hit points.
32.
Gnarly.
I think ideally I want to get to the point where Acewin could take a hit from Gorthren. That's the aspiration.
That's a good litmus test. Can you survive Gorthrin's mace?
Yeah.
What about Gorthrin?
Literally be the claim to fame. It's like, I'm the only person in Salisbury who won't go down to Gorthrin's hit. Well, at least not the first one.
I think I'm still going to keep pumping them into attributes. Although I did cross a glory threshold.
Oh yeah.
So I'll have an extra for that. So I'm going to go con 2. That raises mine to 18. 37 hit points. Hello, how are you?
God.
And once we get to the cat in my ear.
I forgot your size is 19. 19, 10 dex, but then 18 strength, 19 con, 13 appearance. That's incredible.
Yeah. Dex is definitely going to get raised before he hits 35. But
yeah,
I think I'm going to go and start chipping away at. I feel like I want to raise one of my passions, maybe. Really don't like failing those. All right. Now, looking at it, I think I'm going to go with generous and raise generous.
All right. Makes sense, especially this year. And also, that's right, Colin. Wasn't Acewin donating the money that you were getting from the king?
Yeah.
All right, good. Thanks for reminding me. Sorry, I'm going to make a note into...
Yep.
Donating to the church. Arthur's silver. Lovely. That makes perfect sense. Well then. Then we'll be going to 5:15 next year, y'all. I believe
Yeah.
you were doing the full 8 silver, right? Like the whole thing.
Yeah, whole thing.
Yeah. Nice. Very generous. That's like I can outfit 4 knights.
Yeah.
I think it's time for Acewin to start thinking about getting vassal knights into the manors, right? That have not had them since Gareth.
Yeah.
All of his vassal knights died. I can afford to keep them, so.
The only one right now you have Warani. Him. I don't remember who else is still alive.
Ferumbras?
No, Ferumbras. No,
he died.
Warani is Ferumbras' son.
Right. Okay.
I can't. The names and the colors on my sheet. I don't know who's who. I don't remember the rest of them. I have to look it up.
Yeah. No. I'm barely. I think all of them died.
A lot of them died. That's for sure.
Like Alder's Gap. That was the funnel.
Yeah. Not a lot made it out of there. When was Archibald born? 5/12?
13 last year.
Oh, last year. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so that's fixed. Well then. Okay. Do we have anything you want to do like at the start of 5:15?
Yeah, I'd like to invite Sir Keith to a winter solstice festival.
Right.
And discuss some of the stuff that Marjorie had brought up at the beginning of 5:14.
About, hey, I just heard about this stuff. What's going on?
Yeah, it was, and relate to us the time they came across that slaughter, the aftermath of that slaughter, and
okay, yeah, for sure. All right. I feel like Sir Keith will try to protect you and not tell you the full story, right? Without like sort of insisting it. So I imagine like Sir Keith will well, you clearly like disarm Sir Keith about like how much you know, and so like Sir Keith's not going to lie to you about like what we came across in the woods there was just a grisly ambush, but we'll agree it was nothing more than that, right? It was horrific to encounter, but but the effects on Marjorie is clearly more than just this ambush, and there is something else, and Sir Keith isn't there. So like, what would you do to sort of like, get them to open up about the more of the supernatural side of it? Like, how do you think that plays out? Like, how do you think that kind of looks, right? Because Sir Keith's like trying to not like go down that road with you and tell you like ancient aliens, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so like what? And yeah,
I think Orphan's going to approach it from like he wants to understand this part of his father better. Like this is a secret part. Like his father never shared any of this really.
Yeah.
And I think like for the most part, Gorthrin, when he, after Erwin died, Gorthrin was very much like he needs to be his own man, and he wasn't going to try to like dwell on his father's legacy or let it define him. But in some ways, now that he's approaching, 30, there's this like secret part of his father's life that he never knew about that also connects with like a longing in Gorthrin for something exciting and otherworldly. So I think he's going to just say like, help me understand my father better. These events happened. Sir Marjorie referenced them. Maybe tell the story from Gorthrin's childhood of the Dullahan. And that's the approach that he's going to take with Sir Keith. And he also has a sort of an unrelated question for our
sure.
group.
Well, then I think Sir Keith will admit to you that at least Sir Keith, like Keith belongs to an ancient order that is protecting that there are spiritual forces at play, and now more than ever, there are, or yeah, I guess Sorkith would say that, even though it's technically not true. That thing, like there is the gate between fairy and our world grows thinner, but there's something that lies beyond the fairy, and that is what Sir Keith protects from. And Sir Keith gives you only vague understandings of it. It's impossible to understand, but it is enough that both um the church, like even the church itself has orders that Sir Keith has begun to write to on the continent in France, or I guess I wouldn't call it France at this point. They call it Gaul.
Yeah.
But saying that like it is yeah, there's something else here.
Okay.
But Sir Keith will warn you to not go down that road, and being like, this is all you should know for your own safety and well-being, for Sweeterun's well-being, for Britain's well-being.
Surely they need others to protect or stand by yourself. Who supports you? You call on if you need aid.
There are others of my order, as well as the church now. Believe it or not, that sometimes these forces require strange unions. The Order of Saint Jerome.
Order of Saint Jerome.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility that Gorthrin knows about this from his time?
No, there are.
This is.
Wait, from the time of the mainland? No, it's not really Brittany. This would be like more like central Gaul.
Okay, yeah. Because his understanding is British Christianity, not
yeah,
Catholic. Okay,
right, right, exactly. So yeah, no, you know that there's generally like orders to saints, like that's not something that's uncommon.
Yeah.
So to hear about that is certainly not, but like to understand that, well, whatever's going on, that like apparently they're the interests of Sir Keith and whatever this newfound order is sort of like the same alignment, is enough to warrant introduction. But again, like Sir Keith is trying to do their best to protect you here from telling you too much information. Other than like, listen, yeah, to know is to bear a cross that many cannot handle. To put into a Christian lens.
Certainly. Understand, I myself looking for a burden to bear.
Then please, Gorthrin, pick a different one.
Well,
for here there is.
Perhaps you can help me with something else.
Sure. Anything. And anything that isn't involving these matters here.
I can't seem to get rid of these wolves in the shootwood. Bounty every year. More of the flock gets taken. Seems pretty regular. And I be helpful if your advice and wisdom.
Tell me more about it, Gorthrin. What is the frequency of these attacks? Monthly?
I believe so. The alderman at the village towards the edge of what it is now. Mentions it quite frequently. I'm sure Sweeterin might know more. She has more contact with the villagers themselves, but it's fairly regularly. Yes, savage. People are scared to go in the woods now.
All right.
Post double bounty on it. No, nothing.
But no tracks? Nothing?
Nothing.
Well, you wouldn't be the first to have encountered something like this. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, so basically you're gonna have a don't worry about payment or anything like that. I'll work on this as a consider it a debt owed to your father.
Very well.
Yeah, cool. So you just hired a ghost hunter. I love it. I love it that like Keith is playing fucking Call of Cthulhu. Like you all are fucking playing Pendragon.
That's great. Would it be too early to start thinking about transitioning the Confederation of the Born into like the
proper order?
Yeah.
Not at all. This is it. Kind of seems like this is the beginning of the times for those types of things.
Yeah,
it's sort of the in fashion, especially after Arthur's decree about the Round Table. The ideas of these orders of brotherhood, it's sort of like put forward a like this is the model. Like the Round Table is kind of the model that everyone else is going to now follow.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think that's Acewin's going to look into that.
Yeah, as long as you're not. Yeah. Sorry. What I'm trying to say is that this is like the secularized model of a brotherhood of knights rather than over a saint or whatever.
Oh yeah. So I can dig it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can play that out next session. Right. So other than that, I think we're good to go for 515. Which
so too.
Which will be good for next year. Next week.
Yeah.
So next week.
Next week. Yes.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. This is good stuff. I love this game. I'm so excited. This is that good shit. This game is just so special to me. It's so different, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Same.
300 points from my next 1,000 threshold.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's a good year. That's a good year's worth of adventuring.
Yeah.
So, I'll try to give you that. So we got plenty to do. So it looks like next year expect to do more like internal Salisbury-ian stuff.
Yep.
So we'll deal with a lot of that stuff, family, etc. So look forward to it.
Domestic year.
Yeah. All right then. Cool. Let's do final shout outs or anything. Jim, your Kickstarter still last week, right?
Yeah. It ends this coming Sunday, the 11th. Sometime
Weird
in
Worlds.
the evening. Yeah, Weird Worlds. We got all kinds of stuff going on. There's like a final as yet to be announced stretch goal, which hopefully we'll have within the next day or so. So if you're catching this on later or something, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been wildly successful beyond any of our dreams. So for everybody out there who has backed it, really appreciate it. And I'm closing in on finishing the first chapter of writing this week, so it's coming along nicely. Very fun times.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the stretch goal where you record me physically eating the first draft and
easily, yeah, and then
consuming it,
and then waiting for you to just like dream write it.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a lot of ayahuasca involved. It's gonna be pretty great.
Fun time.
You will know everything.
For Kickstarter funds.
Yeah. All right. Anything from you, Colin? Doing anything cool?
I'm Colin, Mr. Cool Guy, and I'm always cool. You can find me on Twitter at Phantom Rollbooth, FANTOM rollbooth.com. It's not a .com. I'm tired. Check me out there. I'm not very active, but if I do stuff, I usually post about it on Twitter. So that's me.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. We're getting out of here. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next week. Later.
Dope.